your first time doing this on the leather couch?
Oh yeah.
Welcome back this week, folks. We're going to do a little different video today. I know normally we're building Jeeps or installing some cool product, but I got a motorcycle I'm working on, and it's kind of a special bike to me. I'll go to that a little bit later. And in the process of me building this motorcycle, I knew I had to do a very special set of graphics for it. It's kind of a tribute to a friend of mine. So I got a hold of my buddy here, Sean. Tell me what you do, Sean.
Yeah, so I print motorcycle graphics. Along with apparel and embroidery and motorcycle gaskets.
4127 interrupted.
So I dabble in a little bit of everything.
So you're making the hats, the shirts, making all that stuff?
The stickers, yeah.
So if somebody has a motorcycle they want to do like a motocross graphics kit,
Yep.
You can kind of design them anything.
Yeah, I kind of like, so this kit we built here, I kind of like doing that better than just like a generic race bike.
Yes.
So something completely different.
More personal.
More personal. No one, there's not going to be one like it at the track.
So, and I can attest to that. So I have a 1990 CR250 that he did a Tito's vodka themed graphics kit for. And it's hilarious when we first did it. Everybody's like, how did you get sponsored by Tito's? I'm like, nope, I think I sponsored them.
Yep.
We just did it kind of as a joke,
Yeah.
but it turned out actually awesome.
I've done a couple different projects like that.
And it's just fun, though,
Yeah.
right? I mean, like, I'm old. I'm never going to be good.
Yeah.
So I might as well at least have a good-looking bike.
Yeah, it looked fast, right?
So I got a hold of Sean here, and he did this graphics kit for us. It turned out super sweet. It actually turned out so nice, and I'm not super good at installing them, that I told him I was nervous about putting them on. He's like, well, I'll come do it. Yeah. So he drove actually all the way across the state today to come over here and put these graphics on. And I'm going to share his link to his website below. It'll be in the comment section down there. And then also he brought a bunch of little clips to show you guys what he does. If you need anything, like any of these Jeep groups, I know you'll be watching. If you need like stuff for your clubs, stickers, shirts, hats, all that stuff, I do business with him. He does a lot of stickers for my company. Very reputable. I can really, I mean, like, it was funny. I don't know if you're on my Facebook personal page, there was a while back I said, hey, I want some small little decals.
Yeah.
And he asked me like, well, what do you want? I said, I'm not a sticker designer guy. So he actually used adult male genitals to draw out my name, and he said, how about that? And I was like, well, actually I'll take 20 of those.
Yeah.
So it turned out to a joke, and I ended up giving them to a bunch of good friends. Yeah. He can design you whatever you want, killer prices. Really, usually pretty quick turnaround. What's your turnaround?
It all depends on, so I do so many different things. I try to stack up what I'm doing at the same time. So if I'm printing bike stuff and you need stuff,
try to do 2 or 3 bikes at a time kind of deal.
Yep.
Streamline.
Yeah.
Just you or any employees?
Just me. Yeah.
Which means quality has been controlled that way.
Yep. So that's the way I like it, in my basement doing it. So
nice. Let's go start on this bike. We're going to show you what we're doing there. Talk to you a little bit about why I'm doing the bike the way I'm doing it. And like I said, if you need any stickers, hats, shirts, design work, anything, give this guy a call. And he does motorcycle gaskets too.
Yeah, a lot of vintage bikes.
A lot of vintage bikes, and that's how I got to know him, is we race vintage motorcycles together.
Yeah,
so stay tuned. All right, so here's the bike we're working on. It's a 2001 Yamaha yz250f. I received it as a frame and a bunch of parts. Stripped it down, painted everything, all new plastic. We had a whole bunch of stuff Cerakoted. Blake is building us a set of wheels over here. He's got one last wheel to do. Swing arms completely refurbished. Everything's brand new. This was a buddy of mine's bike that's no longer with us, and it was his bike. It was the first bike he ever bought brand new, and I have acquired it. So I'm rebuilding the bike. Sean did our graphics. We're running my buddy's name and number on it because, again, as far as I'm concerned, it's his bike. And when we're all done, I'm going to race this thing in the vintage series all year and for many years.
Well, basically, keep her clean. There's really no professional way to do this to make it look good. I'm rolling out.
See, but the reason I wanted him to come do this is because if he screws it up, he can just print me new ones.
Yep. Anything goes wrong, we'll just heat it up a little bit and so a lot of the material that I use when I started doing this, I'm like, I want the best material there is, high quality, and this is the benefit of it because it just lays nice and you can work the air bubbles out, and they're going to be pretty much bulletproof once they're done. Look at that, didn't even have to heat gun it.
All right, so if you can tell,
It's shiny.
it's super shiny. It's gonna be hard to get a great shot of. There you go. Labatt Blue Light Canadian Pilsner. You might ask yourself, why did I choose that graphics design? Well, because like I said, this was one of my really good friend's bikes. He's no longer with us. We're building it as a tribute to him. That was his favorite drink of choice. Everywhere he went, he had one of those. And honestly, it's about the only beer that I love because of him, and I used to drink it for years and years and years. Pre-COVID, I never drank vodka. I never drank Tito's. It was Labatt Blue Light was all I drank. In COVID, I learned how to drink vodka. I don't know if that was good or bad. To be determined long term, I suppose. But when we're done, we're going to have a couple Labatt Light in honor of our friend that's no longer with us. And I hope he likes his graphics kit. It's really neat to watch a craftsman do their job. You know, this was not a difficult task for him. He knocked this bike out fast. Here we go, a couple of our little sponsors. That's the Vintage Motocross Series we race. SK Designs, huge help for coming out and doing these graphics today. College Bike Shop, longtime sponsor. Of course, we had to put our name on there. What was surprising to me is how clean and simple the graphics were on this bike. Just clean, classy, simple. A lot of bikes are overdone. They just have too much crap going on. A little bit more Labatt Blue Light. Our buddy Lance that owned this bike. And what surprised me is, you know, I've done a lot of bikes. I've done a lot of decal kits, and they usually turn out okay. But here he is just installing this graphic like it's no big deal. Just eyeballs everything up, drops it on, gets it perfect. Like perfect. I measure my graphics and go out of my way to make them perfect, and they are never even close. Just, it's amazing that that's what he does and how simple he makes it look. I love the beer can look. Just absolutely killed it. Another one here. He did do a little bit of trimming on this because I think there's some variances in the welding on the swing arms. But again, just eyeballs it, slaps it on, and no big deal. You can tell the difference between somebody that's done this a lot and somebody that hasn't. Especially because I've done a few bikes, and like I said, they're never really nice when I'm done. I'm extremely happy he was willing to drive out and put these on, and kind of gave us a good chance to hang out and have some fun and shoot a cool video today. This next little part here is kind of comical. If you get to watch here, you'll see that all I do is stand around and watch him and talk the whole entire time and shoot video. I kind of feel like I understand how Bob is. He just stands around and shoots video and does absolutely nothing. Thanks for doing nothing, Bob. I kind of feel like I got to live in your shoes for a brief moment here. Another huge shout out, SK Designs. Drove all the way across the state, did a cool graphics kit for us, brought us some cool hats and shirts for me and the kids to wear at the racetrack this year. Like I said, he does decals for the business. I use several different people, but I really like working with SK Design. I'm telling you, if you need some design work, you need some apparel or decals or anything, SK Design is who you need to hit up. Thanks.